This video was brought to you by Squarespace. This isn't a moment in Naruto that many people talk about, but once upon a time, Kakashi shook in fear, and one of the coolest scenes in the Naruto series in my opinion. It's understated, but it works perfectly for its intentions. Back in the Chunin Exams, after Sasuke wins his preliminary fight, Kakashi takes him to a weird location to seal his curse mark with a sealing curse jutsu. That was a very cool scene, Kakashi drawing the symbols with blood and then combining them together to coalesce into the protection around the curse mark. But then, and this is the name of the chapter, a dreadful visitor appears. Orochimaru, just lurking behind Kakashi, and he casually walks into the scene. Kakashi is greeted by Orochimaru. He says, "It's been a long time," which naturally means that they've known each other. Back when Orochimaru was in the Leaf Village, Kakashi was definitely much younger than he is now, and this is going to be important for the exchange they have. The interesting thing is that Orochimaru is even cordial to Kakashi. He says, "Pardon my rudeness, but I have no use for you," saying that I can dispose of you, Kakashi, anytime I want. Stating that he is after Sasuke, Kakashi inquires why, and then Orochimaru says, "Well, you have it, don't you, Kakashi? It hasn't been for very long, but you do possess what I want. The Sharingan. I must possess the Uchiha blood." And this is one of the core motivations for Orochimaru. Kakashi questions why. Why are you after this? Is it because of delusions of grandeur? Just because of your greed? Orochimaru then says, "I suppose you could say that." And this is one of the cool things about Orochimaru. He is one of those characters you never know exactly what they want and their true motivations, which makes them even more terrifying. He even says that good help is hard to find these days, and that his spawns are all disposable. And then the exchange Orochimaru and Kakashi have is intercut between the Shino versus Zaku fight, Zaku being one of Orochimaru's spawns, and he is absolutely completely disposable for Orochimaru as we see in the fight. First, we see that Zaku cares for Orochimaru. He has this adoration almost for him because Orochimaru was the person who saved him, who brought him out of the streets and took after him, teaching him ninjutsu, imbuing him with power, but it was only for his personal gain. He never cared about Zaku. Kakashi asks, "So, you think that Sasuke is one of those spawns of yours?" And Orochimaru answers, "Oh yes, he's a very special pawn, a real keeper," hinting that Orochimaru wants something else with Sasuke. He's not just going to discard him, no, he wants to use his body. And then Zaku explodes his arms in the fight against Shino, completely destroying any ability he had to use his powerful abilities. Orochimaru says that unlike the boys who are going through the rigors of the Chunin Exams now, Sasuke is the one he wants, and those boys in the sound team, they are disposable. You see how cold and shrewd Orochimaru is here. He doesn't have any attachments or any sort of feelings for the apprentices that he took to the Chunin Exams. No, he just had them fight in there to test Sasuke out, his future vessel. That was the only reason they exist for him. And then Orochimaru keeps on walking towards Sasuke. Kakashi, of course, stands between them, but Orochimaru keeps coming. And then Kakashi readies his pose and says, "Even if you are one of those three ninja, the man I am today can take you down," igniting a Raikiri. And this was such a cool scene. I mean, Kakashi has been a symbol of power in the series right now. The only time he used the Raikiri beforehand was against Zabuza, the one that eventually killed Haku because Haku used himself as a meat shield, and it was great. The imagery of the Raikiri fits Kakashi so well, the lightning on his hand, and we know this to be an extremely powerful jutsu, so now Kakashi didn't even think twice about using it against Orochimaru. He's just preparing, going straight for it. A jutsu he only used in the very end of the fight against Zabuza. He's opening the battle with it. So yeah, this Orochimaru guy, he is serious business, and Kakashi thinks he can take him down. Now, the first time you watch this fight, you believe Kakashi's words. He says, "I can take you down. I am more powerful than I used to be. I'm not a child anymore," because he was a kid when Orochimaru was in the village and when they knew each other. So now things are different, and now that you are a rogue ninja, Orochimaru, I'll take you down. Now, I don't remember exactly what I thought when I saw this scene for the first time, because it was 15 years ago at least, but I believe that if you're reading Naruto or watching the anime for the first time, you think they are going to fight here, at least for a little bit, because Kakashi ignites his Raikiri. This is pretty serious, and Sasuke is right there. He has to protect him. But Orochimaru, he just laughs at Kakashi and keeps on walking towards him. Kakashi asks, "What's so funny?" And then Orochimaru comments on how useless Kakashi's efforts were here. Sealing Sasuke's curse mark will not work. It is futile. Orochimaru has some very interesting dialogue here. He says that when a heart is sufficiently focused and ruthless in its desires, then, for good or for evil, the end will justify any means. Sasuke possesses such a heart, the heart of an avenger, and it's interesting that Orochimaru mentions that it can be for good as well. Sasuke's true motives are kind of a mixed bag. I mean, he wants to kill someone, but it's because that person killed his clan, and of course, with the power of hindsight, we know this isn't exactly what happened, but it's interesting to see Orochimaru acknowledging here, even if you're trying to do good, if you're ruthless and focused enough, yeah, you probably do anything to achieve what you want, and this is exactly what Sasuke is trying. First, when he's trying to kill Itachi, he believes this is the good thing to do, and he is completely focused in that, much more so than anybody else in his age group. I mean, sure, you could say Naruto wants to become the Hokage, but Sasuke's dream, quote-unquote, is far more focused. And then, when Sasuke learns the truth about the Uchiha clan massacre and that Itachi was good all along, his intentions become evil. He wants to destroy the Leaf Village out of revenge for what they did to him and his brother and his clan. And then, it still applies. This is now evil, but Sasuke is still focused and ruthless, so he will do anything to achieve this goal, through any means necessary. And through this logic, Orochimaru simply tells Kakashi, one day he'll come seek me out, hungry for power. Walking away, as Kakashi simply stands there, Chidori no longer activated, pondering Orochimaru's words. But before Orochimaru leaves, his final words are probably the most impactful for Kakashi. He says, "I believe you were offering to kill me. Care to try?" This is the moment we see Kakashi like we've never seen before. I would like to talk to you about today's sponsor, Squarespace, which is the place to go to create your own website or get your own web domain. You can use the platform to build your web presence for anything you want. You can make a blog, a shop, a portfolio. They make the entire process of creating a website fun and easy, which is the most important part. You don't have to know code to create a professional website. You can choose from their countless templates or custom design the website yourself. There's so many options that you're definitely going to find whatever you need for your website in Squarespace. And because they sponsor this video, you get 10% off in your first purchase. So head to the link in the description below or head to squarespace.com/Diagonite to enjoy that discount. Now let's get back to the video. Of course, the fights against Zabuza were difficult, and there were times Kakashi was worried and struggling against him even. But in here, we see Kakashi terrified, absolutely afraid of the being that was talking to him just a second ago. Orochimaru's killing intent alone makes Kakashi see himself being decapitated as Orochimaru casually walks away. Kakashi completely shook, asking himself, did I miscalculate? What kind of fool am I? This guy was way beyond my league, sweating and shaking. We thought they were gonna have at least a brief exchange here, but no. Kakashi and Orochimaru don't fight at all, and we just get the feeling Kakashi would have been annihilated in a couple of seconds. Of course, we got the introduction of Orochimaru in the Forest of Death, and when he fought against Sasuke, Naruto, and Sakura there, it was probably the most terrifying string of chapters in the entire Naruto series. We saw Team 7 been completely terrified in the Forest of Death, not knowing what to do against this force of nature that is Orochimaru. But okay, it's normal for them to be terrified in this situation. They are alone, they don't have the help of a Jonin sensei, and they are facing quite literally one of the strongest people on the planet, and definitely one of the most terrifying, so it makes sense. But when you go to Kakashi, who was a paradigm of strength in the Naruto series, a ninja that's hyped up in universe for being extremely powerful, and he is completely shook by Orochimaru, then you understand how much of a threat this guy actually is, because, well, when he was in the forest, sure, he also kind of shrugged Anko off, but the fight against Team 7 was definitely the most important one to establish the character as very scary and powerful. But they were just Yenins. I mean, it could just be like this guy that's kind of scary, but not that big of a deal. But then when Kakashi has the opportunity to attack Orochimaru, who has his back turned towards him, and is just too afraid to do it because the difference in power between them is so great, you understand this guy is a very, very big threat to everyone in the Leaf Village. The way he doesn't care about his subordinates is also something very worrisome, because he is not gonna care if he has to essentially destroy anything to get his way. And the scariest thing is that we don't even know exactly what this guy wants, but from what he's shown to us, he's completely creepy. It's not gonna be something good, and this mystery just makes Orochimaru the more terrifying. This exchange between him and Kakashi is so good. It hypes Orochimaru up to be this amazingly powerful villain that's eventually going to fight against the Hokage, and it also delivers the information about Orochimaru's plans here. He wants Sasuke. Why does he want Sasuke exactly? Well, you could piece together a couple of things already, but not the entire picture. The only thing you know for certain is that Orochimaru wanting Sasuke is definitely not a good thing, especially after leaving the curse mark, which makes Sasuke take that monstrous form. Even in the Forest of Death, with just the first stage of the curse mark, Sasuke was already a menace, and you could see that his state of mind was slipping away. He was getting more unhinged. If Sakura didn't stop him there, he would probably please Orochimaru a lot, actually. And it's just not every day that you see Kakashi so shook. The only other time in the entire series that I can remember him like that was when Obito was unmasked, and then Kakashi was also paralyzed, not knowing what to do. Naruto had to snap him out of it. But in here, well, if Orochimaru had decided to kill Kakashi, then this would have been it. Which makes me wonder, why didn't he just do so? I mean, he could have collected one Sharingan, it would have been very advantageous. Maybe he wouldn't want to do this in here because Sasuke would have been pissed at him and maybe not join his forces because you killed my sensei. But Sasuke wouldn't even know because he had passed out. Another reason could be that Orochimaru wouldn't want to disrupt the plans to destroy the Leaf Village. He had to do that in the final rounds of the Chunin Exams, and killing Kakashi here would just cause trouble for him. Granted, Baki killed Hayate, which is kinda the same thing, killing a Jonin of the Leaf Village and Leaf Village soil before the Chunin Exams final round starts. And let's be real, Kakashi is a much more important asset to the Leaf Village than Hayate is, so killing him here could have actually helped them during the invasion. Not that it would have changed that much. Kakashi did fight against several ninjas from the Sound and the Sand Village there, but Orochimaru failed regardless. The fight against Hiruzen wouldn't have changed a bit. And another interesting explanation is that Orochimaru would have actually wanted Kakashi to train Sasuke in the Sharingan before Sasuke goes and joins Orochimaru. Orochimaru has never had possession of a Sharingan, so having a guy that is trained with a Sharingan and has more experience teach his future vessel of how to master the Sharingan more properly is probably a good idea, so killing Kakashi here wouldn't make much sense. Orochimaru himself knew that Kakashi would be trying to teach Sasuke as much as he could to protect him against Orochimaru and to make Sasuke feel as though one day he could catch up to Itachi, but as Orochimaru stated, he knew Sasuke was gonna go to him anyway, so yeah, let Kakashi train Sasuke for a little longer, let him cook him for me. and I'll have the main course. Subscribe to this channel if you enjoyed the video, like it as well to help me with the YouTube algorithm, and watch this other video right here for more entertaining Naruto content. Thank you so much for watching, guys.